Hi, and welcome back to the Learning Light Show. My name is Susan. My special guests today are Gloria Lindsay and Noldon. The first thing we're going to find out here is how Gloria got first involved. It's a very interesting story, so go ahead.
Oh, yes. Years ago, it must have been about 30 or 40 years ago, I was walking down the street and all of a sudden I had this mystical experience.
Okay.
And I was not there. And I just saw myself between a meadow and the sky, and I knew I was totally peaceful, and I knew I was infinite.
Wow.
That shifted my consciousness.
Wow.
For quite a while, I was very upset because I didn't want to come back, and I had to come back. This happened for just a few seconds. And then I realized that I'd been walking on the street the whole time, but I'd had this totally different experience, mystical experience, and you read about it. So then I wanted to pursue this more, and I decided I really needed to find out about the spiritual realm. So I did a lot of reading, and then I went to yoga meditation classes, and then I found that that began to alter the experiences I had. I began to have tremendous visualizations, and gradually what happened was that I had these amazing dreams, and I have about 10 journals of dreams. I also had other experiences where I have these beings that come through my mirror, and I've taken pictures of them. Many beings. I've drawn pictures of them. They just stay there, and I take pictures. I could even send you some of them. And then in dreams is when I found out that I was a writer. I woke up from a dream, and I just started writing. I saw myself writing and saw myself reading and doing meditations for huge masses of people. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, and my hands started writing. And it almost freaked me out, but it didn't. So I went back to bed, and the next morning I got up around 8 o'clock, and then I said, well, let me see if that really did happen, or was it a dream? And then I looked and saw what I had written, and I said, whoa, this is cool. So then I meditate every morning, and that is actually a practice of just sitting and focusing, just listening to beautiful music, taking deep breaths, and learning to relax. And that is basically, when people say they can't meditate, I said, well, just sit still, listen to soothing music, and just picture what you want or where you want to be. If you want to be near the ocean, just picture that. And then take deep breaths, because the breath is the vehicle that helps you to relax. And I saw what I had written. And I said, well, this is cool. So in meditation, I said, can I do this again? And the hand started writing again. And I have 5 books. And the amazing thing is that 2 of them are a 2-part volume, and they're actually the new Book of Psalms. And I have been told this by a rabbi who is internationally known. So I said, okay, that's cool too. All I know is that they were channeled. I know that I saw angels that came to me in the dreams, and they said that you would be writing these sacred works. And I learned to trust my intuition. And so when I do the classes, what I do is I tell people the first thing you need to do is to learn to de-stress and relax. Once you learn to relax, then amazing things begin to happen, because in the relaxation you can begin to see images, you can begin to feel sensations, you can begin to hear sounds, and all of that adds to increasing your vibrational frequency. And one of the goals is that we have spiritual muscles. So once we continue to practice relaxing and visualizing just healthy images, what happens is synchronicity begins to happen in our life. It's like the universe says, oh, now you've grown up, you've matured, you're learning to relax, great, now you can hear all of the messages I've been trying to send you. So isn't that wonderful? So we're going to start sending them to you so you can hear them, or you can see things, or we will bring people into your life to help you on your spiritual journey. And so this is what meditation is. It's just a practice of you becoming aware of how magnificent you are and learning to focus on being powerful and knowing, trusting yourself and trusting your intuition. And it's the same thing with manifestation. People say, oh, I want money. This is what I need in this dimension. I says, yes, that's cool. Yes, but then think about that. You can't just go out and say, I want money, and figure that that's going to happen to you. Again, you want to connect with the universe. So what do? you learn to visualize, and you learn to practice to meditate, and you learn to stay in that even in the midst of chaos. And when that happens, you start raising your vibrational frequency to the level of that you want. And that is one of the keys.
That's what we were talking about earlier. She's being your mom, huh? Totally. I wanted to just say the book's really quick. Connections with Spirit, because I definitely want to ask you really quick something. Guided by Spirit. Sacred Prayers, and of course these words are big enough so I don't need my glasses, and then also the Sacred Prayers Volume 2. But Crystal, I wanted to ask, you had mentioned something about the 11 different senses that we have.
Yes. The creator beings speak about the change in the physical form, and the physical form is what is evolving to house more of our total spiritual self.
Okay.
So with this new phase of evolution that we're moving into, we now have access to 11 senses. So we have our 5 physical ones, our 4 spiritual, clairvoyant, clairaudience, claircognizance, and clairsentience. And then we also have access to these other senses, these 2 other senses, that allow you to move in and out of the 3D environment, the 5D environment, and allow you to have access, more direct access to your own evolution and guiding yourself on your own evolution, moving back and forth across your different lifetimes and picking what you need to use here and picking what you need to use here.
Kind of like,
and just being more in charge of who and what you are, and really accessing the total being that you are. So your physical form is changing to allow more of yourself to be into form. And it should be a tactile experience. So you want to allow yourself to try to tune into and feel the vibration of every living thing around you, whether it's this microphone or that plant.
Being more open.
Being more open and hearing the communication that's going on constantly, and being involved in the creator part of each other. That is, and so that's one of the things that we talk about in the workshop also.
Okay, no, that sounds very interesting. www.learninglight.org, kiazi.com, Psychic Fairy, second Saturday a month, and we have a lot more videos coming up. I'm talking fast just to make sure on the time. And come visit us here at the Learning Light and visit our videos.
My website.
www.glorialindsay.com.
And I'm just tagging along on hers.
Okay.